Colombia's economic system, political system, and its competitive advantages put them as one of the seven super countries and is a promising emerging market for many reasons. Colombia is located in South America and has a free market economy, and it has a strong long-term trade alliance with the United States, making them Colombia's largest trading partner. Colombia is classified as an upper middle income economy and is based on its rich natural resources. Colombia had the fastest growing major economy in the Western world in 2014, behind only China worldwide. Colombia is Latin America's fourth largest and Central America's second largest economy measured by gross domestic product. Colombia's GDP is 336 billion USD as of 2018 and is the world's 31st largest economy of 2015. Colombia's first economic takeoff was after the War of a Thousand Days, from 1899 to 1902, when they experienced a coffee boom that catapulted the country into the modern period, bringing the benefits of transportation, particularly railroads, communications infrastructure, and the first major attempts at manufacturing. This brings us to their current day exports, which are oil, coal, nickel, gold, flowers, coffee, bananas, tropical fruits, textiles, and clothing. Colombia is Latin America's second largest producer of domestically made electronics and appliances, only behind Mexico. Petroleum is Colombia's main export, making over 45% of Colombia's exports. In 2008, Canada and Colombia signed a $1.14 billion bilateral trade agreement, which will lead to exchange products including wheat, pulses, barley, paper, and heavy equipment, and will help the manufacturing and financial industries. The top exports from Colombia to Canada include coffee, beans, coal, and fuel. Colombia also has one of the largest shipbuilding industries in the world outside Asia. Since the early 2010s, the Colombian government has shown interest in exporting modern Colombian pop culture to the world, which includes video games, music, movies, TV shows, fashion, cosmetics, and food, as a way of diversifying the economy and entirely changing the image of Colombia. Colombia has the fastest growing information technology industry in the world and has the longest fiber optic network in Latin America. Some other things to note are Colombia's impressive poverty stats. Poverty levels were as high as 65% in 1990, but decreased to under 24% in 2015. As well, the number of tourists in Colombia grows by over 12% each year. Colombia is projected to have over 15 million tourists by 2023. Colombia is known as the first independent constitutional government and is home to the oldest political parties in South America, the Liberal Party and the Conservative Party. The government of Colombia is considered a republic, which means that members of the government are elected or appointed by the general public. The government of Colombia is divided into three branches: executive, legislative, and judicial. Colombia is also a member of the Pacific Alliance, which was created 7 years ago and includes Peru, Mexico, and Chile. This group totals 57% of Latin America's foreign trade and 41% of total foreign investment in the region. Due to its political stability, over 700 multinational companies have launched Colombian investment programs. Although Colombia is a country to be recognized, its past still lingers. The drug trade is still very much alive, and although Peru has overtaken Colombia as the largest producer of cocaine, drug trafficking is still something to be aware of. But they have signed a peace agreement with the FARC, which is seen as a measure to reduce violence worldwide. To continue, Colombian corporations do not pay necessary taxes, which leads to underinvestment in infrastructure and distrust of companies. Colombia is still overwhelmed with corruption and poor infrastructure. Although the government has pledged 70 billion USD dollars to improve, the results may be decades away. Colombia is ranked 139 in the Doing Business report and 174 for enforcing contracts. However, these are all things that Colombia is taking steps to improve and continually working towards a greater quality of life. Colombia has come a long way as a country and as a place to do business with. Colombia's history is long and complicated, filled with violent groups trying to control the lucrative drug trade. But there's so much more to Colombia than just drugs. Colombians are qualified and entrepreneurial. The country has a literacy rate of roughly 95%, and the population encourages entrepreneurial opportunities. Colombia's people, ambition, location, and commitment to the global economy make them a country to do business with. The organization's goal by 2025 is for Colombia to be one of the top 3 most innovative economies, and by 2032, one of the most competitive economies in Latin America. Colombia ranks number 61 for starting a business and is identified as a trustworthy partner. Colombia has eliminated child labor, forced labor, and workplace discrimination and double taxation. In 2018, Colombia also eliminated 90% of tariffs on good exports to Canada. Overall, Colombia has shown outstanding growth. The government has reclaimed territories that it had abandoned to drug traffickers and rebel armies. Crime rates have fallen drastically. Investor confidence is high, and unemployment has dropped. Colombia will only increase as a country for foreign investments and international markets. This is why Colombia will be the best country for your business.